Good morning, Jim. Today we're going to be going over the finer points of collide. So let's start off with the rhythm for the hammer-on, just so we can have it on film and as a reminder. So just to isolate and slow down the C add 9. Just to be clear, that pause happens on the upbeat. Okay, awesome. So moving on, going into the bridge from the C add 9 to that E minor 7, there are a couple things that we should bear in mind when we do this. The first of which is that we don't actually, by this point in the song, we're not playing the hammer-on the C add 9. That's only a beginning of the song and interlude part of it, because when Howie's actually singing, he's just keeping the steady rhythm of the other chords, translating that over to the C add 9. So the rhythm would be without any hammer-on. And another great thing about this is we don't have to move much when we go to this E minor. We can keep our pinky and our ring finger planted on the 3rd fret, or 3rd fret, because our capo is on the 3rd. Our capo is literally on the 3rd fret, so it would actually be our 6th fret. And we just need to move our index finger down a string. So move it down a string from your D to A string, and then move your index, your middle finger, sorry, from your 3rd fret A string to your 2nd fret on your D string. Now this movement happens at the same time, so we have C add 9, E minor. And just even practicing those two movements will really acclimate you with that movement, and the more you can watch your fingers unfold and fold into these chords, the more you don't have to look at your guitar anymore. You can just visualize it happening and feel it go from one to the next. Another great thing is how we're going to actually approach the E minor once we come out of that strumming, because we are doing really big strumming coming out of that, and going into the bridge we go from big strumming to little strumming. So one thing that really helps is being able to scale down the size of your strum and scale down the momentum. So there are a couple ways we can do that. Now, one of those ways is we can use our pinky as a shock absorber. So when you come out of that C add 9 into that E minor, put that pinky down so you can direct all that extra energy that would make your slopping, that would make your picking sloppy, and direct that towards your pinky, so your picking is easy and light and accurate. So, for example, now you couldn't see because it's literally right under my hand, but what I did there, now as soon as I did that, my pinky's being planted, and I've already switched to my E minor, and what that actually allows me to do is it gives me a stable bass on my right hand. So again, I don't need to look. I can just do it and know and trust which strings I'm going to be hitting. And so using your pinky as a support system sometimes really helps out with going one a loud part or a soft part to a more articulate or soft part. So that's a really great thing to know that we can and should use. It's a great tool. Usually I just put mine, like if my hand's hanging over my guitar as if I'm strumming, I just kind of touch my pinky to the guitar, and that's a great base for it. And this allows us to be far more nimble in our more accurate picking passages. So coming out of the bridge is even easier than getting in. And it just takes leaving the ring finger on as we go back to the G. So coming out of the bridge is going to sound like... And what I did there was, it was kind of all in my head, really, and it just kind of unfolded because I was thinking about it. Now, there's a big pause there on that D, and we have a lot of time to prepare. So what we can do in that D, so we hold that out, and then we know two things. We know that we're going to lift our index finger up, and we know that we're going to put that finger and the middle finger down somewhere else, as well as our pinky. But we also know that the ring finger will stay planted. So what you can do on that last pause on the bridge, on that D, is you can let it ring, and then set up your middle finger to just fall down on that third fret for that G, because that's the first note we need. You don't always have to get down all the notes at the same time. You can let the chord unfold under your strumming if it's right. So for this one, you can do that for a start, and then as a finished product, you want to be able just to leap. You want to be able to have this index finger just leap over from the second fret on your G string to the second fret on your A string. So so you skip a string. It's not too bad. Just just do the same thing that we did with the going into the bridge as we do with the out. Just practice going. And you'll get used to it. You'll see how your fingers move. You'll see the nuances of your own hand and what will make it easier for you. Let's see. So the last thing I want to cover in this video is a little bit about the singing portion. A really easy way to start is to do the chords in whole notes. Just... And as you keep time in your body and in your head, and only hit the chords on the one, it gives you time to focus on the singing in between. So really the objective for us for the following weeks is going to be something of the sort of the dawn is breaking, the light comes shining through. And as we do this, if you see me, I'm moving, but I'm moving in 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in between, the dawn is breaking. You can start to see where the chords start to fall, and after that, the dawn is breaking, and you can start to do every other one. And then reverse it. So you would, the dawn is breaking, because you have less words on that second chord, on the second and fourth chord, as you do on the first and third. And these couple techniques will really help you acclimate yourself and build up that RAM that we need to sing and play at the same time. Jim, your progress is stunning. I hope this video helps you over the Thanksgiving break and beyond, and to whoever else is watching. Thank you so much. Have an amazing holiday season, and I'm wishing all of you well. Thank you and have a great day.